The benefit of working with labor management collaboration is there's a number of models across the country and exemplars of school districts who have really built wonderful reform results for students around this notion of collaboration. It's a lot easier for everybody to come to the table, focus on students and their needs, and design together than to have somebody sit in isolation and to design something and then try to sell it to everybody else. So it may seem like it takes more time to build the collaboration and on the front end, but it actually is much more efficient and effective in terms of the results. The strategic plan also provided the opportunity to actually put the practice into motion. So there wasn't an automatic. It was a lot of discussion around the right strategies, the right goals, and the design thinking process requires that you design things, you put them out there, you prototype, you try them out, you try to get response from end users. So I know there was some frustration in the amount of time and the amount of renditions of the strategic plan that people saw, but it was really important for people to read it and tell us what they think it said. What did it mean to them? What would it signal to them? And we very carefully went back and reworked wording and reworked messaging until we felt that it really reflected sort of what we collectively wanted as our vision, mission, and team. And we're very focused on on-time high school graduation for all students and closing those achievement gaps. The focus on that sort of lets us all know what we're doing and how we're working together and what that end result needs to be for us.
Regarding all of the unions and the various stakeholder groups, whether it's parents, whether it's teachers, whether it's support staff, whether it's administrators, we are all in this together and we're working together versus in isolation. So whether it's monthly check-in meetings, whether it's focus groups, whether it's learning walks, whether it's leadership meetings that we have with the entire administrative team, whether it's monthly union labor relation meetings where we're discussing not only concerns that we have, but ultimately how can we work together to improve the achievement of both students and staff in the district.
The system or the process we've used in Greece is to have a design team that meets and talks about the roles, the responsibilities of teacher leaders, school leaders, how principals all fit into a model where we're working together with district office teaching and learning teams. So we also reorganized the district office into the teams that can support schools, principals, and the teachers and the learning in those schools. Again, that's an ongoing process of communication, defining what's working, what's not working, and having a willingness to try to keep that focus on the end result or the end goal of college and career readiness.
We kicked everything off with the Leadership Academy, and we received a lot of feedback about what the participants could use back at their buildings, what would they plan to need, what would they need more of, and how to go further. And so from there, we were able to develop professional development for the year, at least a blueprint. And other points during the year, we also did interviews with the principals directly to find out what kinds of things are happening in their buildings. There's opportunities to get feedback at the professional development sessions or our monthly principal meetings. And then there's an end of the year survey that the teacher leaders do twice a year. So we get a lot of feedback from that. Plus they also keep teacher leader logs, and that kind of gives us the breakdown of where they spend most of their time.
And at the building level, a minimum of 2 Tuesdays a month are PLC time for professional learning communities where like teachers at like content areas at like grade level are having those conversations about their lessons, about student work, about assessments, about creating CFAs, looking at student work, etc. But we also have, each school has a school improvement team. So feedback is solicited through the PLC process, as well as the school improvement teams, as well as through the APPR process within the building. So there are multiple times for teachers and staff members to provide feedback to the various stakeholder groups. And then we use that feedback to design and structure the professional development that goes on the other 2 Tuesdays of the month, which is whole school staff meetings, where we're able to provide specific professional development and specific skills in specific areas of need. We know that we are a lifeline of supporters, and we are in this together to improve student achievement.